Hi guys, having an extra close-up look at the circuit board for this power unit for the LED lights using my USB microscope so we can see all the numbers on the resistors and the transistors and the diodes. In conversation with Mike Flight, he'd suggested it might be the US1G diode on the incoming power supply. I did measure that, and I have to admit it did give me a rather strange result. On a diode, you'd expect to measure it one way with your meter and get a low resistance, and then measure it the other way and get a high resistance or a infinite resistance, because it should only pass power one way. And that was giving me the same reading both directions, which seemed a bit odd. So I have had a look online and found some and ordered some. In the meantime, I've also been measuring the transistors as best I can while they're still in circuit, and one of them seems to be giving me a bit of a funny result. So I've actually had a go at swapping that. I'll show you a bit of video of that in a minute after we finished looking at the circuit board and then looking at eBay. Not a success trying to swap that resistor out because I can't transistor because I can't actually find an equivalent for it at the moment. I'll have to try a bit harder. So I just tried a random transistor that I pulled off another board, and that didn't work. So we will see. I'll have to have another think about what we're doing. When the diode arrives, I'll swap that over. If that cures it, then brilliant. If it doesn't cure it, then I am going to have a look at swapping out the transistors, which is a pain because they're SMD and tiny to work on. Right, this is sort of an intermediate stage. I think it's the best way I can explain it. At the moment, the power is not connected at all. What I have done is I've replaced one transistor. It's that one just there. I've plugged the lights back in, and it doesn't work, but that's interesting to know that it doesn't work. Power on. Okay, power is on. It's going through its startup sequence where it goes through all the different types of flash rate. Which we now know from having looked at the other power unit that I got hold of, that one. So we know it does that. It does a run through all the different flashing options, but it's not flashing properly. And changing that one transistor made no difference. Well, I've just realised the logical progression from what I was just saying about I put in a random transistor and it made no difference. I've now taken that transistor out and I haven't put another transistor in, so we now have a gap in the circuit. No transistor in there at all. Now when I switch it on, we're still in the same place. So we're still getting, it's going through its startup sequence. So that chip, controller chip, is doing its job, but we're not getting any blue-green LEDs lighting up because that half of the circuit isn't working. It can't work now because there's no transistor in there. But if there was a transistor in there, the question is it the transistor faulty or the track that feeds it that's faulty? And I'm guessing it'll be the transistor. Unfortunately, I can't identify any replacements at the moment, so we're stuck for now. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.